Alright guys, Henline Briggs here. I apologize, it's been a while. I haven't been able to make videos. My wife and I were fighting COVID. A lot of stuff's happened, but I'm glad to let you guys know that I am back up and running. I'm making more builds. And today, I just want to touch up on graphics cards, guys. People are going crazy over the 30 series and the 6000 series AMD GPUs. Guys, I'm just going to give you a little rundown, a little 101. Right now, I'm currently testing the Zotac RTX 3070. This is the AMP Holo Black Edition. Guys, this is their like top tier or this is their like top of the line card for their 3070s top tier. And right now, I've got it in the same system as Zotac's RTX 2080 Ti. Guys, I chose the same brand because I wanted to keep these results as close as I possibly could. So I'm going to show you guys that setup right now. So if you look here, guys, this is my test rig. And right now you can see I've got Zotac's GTX 2080 Ti. That is their AMP edition. That's that first card. And on this other side here, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the best looking cards I have ever seen. It's definitely got some appeal as far as looks goes. It just lights up. It looks good when it does. Like, no complaints. And that is the GeForce RTX 3070. That's the AMP Holo Black Edition right there. So guys, there is our setup. We are running 64 gigabytes of DDR4 at 3200, and we're running on an Asus Strix ROG Strix X570 Gaming E board, along with Ryzen's 9 3950X. So I mean, guys, the test rig's a monster. It does whatever I need it to. Do be aware though, the 3950X, that's not really a processor for gaming. It's more for multi-threading and things like that. So your results with other processors are definitely going to vary. But right now, I'm going strictly off of GPU results, which is what I'm going to show you guys here shortly. But I tried telling people that, especially with the MSRP of graphics cards going up now, guys, you can no longer get a 3070 for $499.99, which, guys, that was never a real number. These cards were never going to be that amount. You still got to think after taxes, even for a Founders Edition, which are crap. If you guys can avoid a Founders Edition graphics card, I recommend you do so. They are the bottom of the barrel. Like I said, they're the worst, guys. So that's something you definitely don't want to be dealing with. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run each one of these cards is hooked up to a Dell 165 Hertz G-Sync monitor. So these monitors are set to work with NVIDIA. That's another thing, guys. What you see on paper and what they show you in video, as far as AMD and Intel goes, both companies are full of shit. They always have been. They always will be. Same thing with NVIDIA. Every time they come out with a new generation of card, I see it all the time. It's usually like 10-15% increase in frames. It's maybe 15, 20, 25 sometimes. And they're claiming these 30 series are just blowing everything out of the water, guys. Well, that's what you're here to see. You're here to see real results, because this is what the majority of people are going to do. They're going to buy a new graphics card, they're going to take the old one out, and they're going to pop the new one in. And that's it. That's it. The majority of us, we're not going to fine tune it. We're not going to set it up so all our software works together. We're just going to plug them in. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get those results for you. Alright, guys, so Henline Briggs here, and we're going to start off with the Zotac RTX 2080 Ti, and gonna go ahead and use the game control because it supports the DLSS along with a few other things. I'm also going to show you guys that settings are going to remain at their standards. One thing I do want to go over is you guys can see here the TU102. This is the RTX 2080 Ti, and in the second slot we have the RTX 3070. So both fans have fan profiles set up, so cooling shouldn't be an issue. But you guys can see here, core clocks and memory, both cards are at their stock settings from factory or manufacturer from which they came. So we're going to go ahead and open up control now. And we're going to run DirectX 12. Whoa. Sorry about that. That got pretty loud. And guys, I'm not going to be doing any kind of volume that's coming out of the screen, simply because, like I said, I'm here to show you guys as swiftly and as quickly as possible just numbers and frames, because that's really all anybody's interested in. People are wanting these cards for the simple reason that they can play them. So we're going to go to options. First thing we're going to look at is display. You guys can see playing on a 2560 by 1440. That is a full screen. Render resolution with NVIDIA DLSS. Tells you guys right there, DLSS uses AI to boost frame rates for RTX GPUs. Effects available resolution. So what it does, it renders it in a lower resolution and then upscales it to the resolution that you currently have on your screen. So it's actually really clever, but it's a fancy way of saying, hey, we're just gonna do less work and then give you a picture that's close to what you're wanting to game in. So right now we're gonna go ahead and leave that on. Actually, you know what? We're gonna shut that off because we want raw results. We're doing strictly what the graphics card is capable of. So we're gonna turn all that off, guys, and then midway through I'll go ahead and turn it on so you guys can see the difference. But right now, resolution and render resolution are both in 2560 by 1440. Again, this is a 165 hertz monitor. You can see up at the top left screen over here. That's why it's locked. I have it locked. There's no point in your monitor or your hardware working harder if your monitor doesn't support it. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and load into the game. And wow, man, that is. So I'm gonna do the same scenario, same screen, same game. We'll go ahead and walk through here. And you guys can see there, we're looking at 49 to 50 frames per second. So that's really what an RTX 2080 Ti is capable of right there, guys. You can see that, and that card is definitely spooling up. You can let me see. So you can see it here. See how those temperatures are dropping right now? That is due to the fact that the graphics card is not rendering anything because we have it paused. But as soon as I put the game back on, you'll see that temp pop up. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we go, guys. Yeah, 40 frames. And let's go ahead and take a look at settings, options, gameplay, controls, display. Guys, you can see I have everything on high, medium, so pretty much as high as it can possibly go. Everything on, ray tracing, everything on high. So this is the highest we can do, guys. And there you have it, 40 frames. So that's just the raw performance of your hardware. Now we'll go ahead and turn on our NVIDIA DLSS. And look at what that does. Drops that render resolution down a lot. But take a look at our frames now. in the 60s. 70s. So guys, that NVIDIA DLSS, it does its work, man. It does quite a bit of work actually. Definitely boost your numbers up there in the 60s, 70s. So you know that's a good 60 frames. Brand new AAA title. I'm gonna try to keep the scenarios pretty close to being the same. And you can see it here in that center. We'll go ahead and run up, and I'll go through the hallway. Nice shiny floors. Ooh, ray tracing, guys. Sorry, but I could give two craps about ray tracing. It's not something that impressed me at all. Fancy lighting, that's great, but like I said, didn't really impress me. But you guys, you have it there. Zotac RTX 2080 Ti. We're averaging anywhere from 60 to 70 frames with DLSS off. With DLSS off, we are running an average of 40 to 50 frames per second. So definitely an effect on your gaming. Really not something that you want to deal with, those low frame rates like that. So I do recommend playing with DLSS on, simply because it gives you higher frames. And smoother gameplay means you're gonna have a lot more fun. So, alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one down, and I'm gonna bring up the RTX 3070 for you. Alright guys, so Henline Briggs here, and now I'm on the other monitor, which is currently connected to the RTX 3070. And I gotta say, guys, I was surprised. The RTX 2080 Ti and this RTX 3070. Now, do be aware, guys. You know these are different tier cards, and they're also different quality cards too. Whereas the 3070 amp Holo Black, that's that's their top tier 3070. And then they also have the RTX 2080 Ti Amp Extreme, which is also their top tier, which I honestly believe would have given us even more accurate results. But right now I'm working with what I have. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys these numbers for the 3070. So same game, same settings, and that's what we're going to stick with. So there we have it. CPUs are 61. You can see GPU temp 1 and GPU temp 2. The 2080 Ti is actually running hotter than the 3070, which are the bottom temps at the moment. But that should change here shortly. So we're going to go to options. I'm going to show you guys display, full screen. We're going to start with DLSS off. Render resolution, same thing. So same scenario as the 2080 Ti, guys. Everything on high, 4 times. And there we have it, same settings. Gonna hit continue game. And you'll start seeing those temps go up on GPU 2 right now. Yep, there they go. That is one thing I did notice, guys. The 2080 Ti stays a hell of a lot cooler than the 3070. But you can see here, nearly the same results, guys, as the 2080 Ti. Damn, I want to say damn near exact. So we'll run up through here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the flooring here. Do a couple spins. Yeah, it stays pretty constant. Let's head into the room over here. Ooh, pretty. We're in the 40s as well too, guys. So pretty much, I mean, damn near on par with the 2080 Ti. Which is one of the reasons I did not want to upgrade. Currently rocking a 2080 Ti, and as you can see, guys, it gives me the same results as the 3070. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk back down here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on that DLSS. And let's see if we get better results than we did with the 2080. So display, NVIDIA DLSS. Guys, DLSS stands for Dynamic Learning Super Sampling. And like I said, it's just a good way to render in a lower resolution and upscale it to a higher one. So there we go. Here we go, guys. And wow, look at that. So remember, too, this is Zotac's top tier, or whatever they want to call it. You know, their highest quality 3070s card. And it's performing. Gosh, I don't know, guys. That's okay. We're in the 70s. We're in the 70s, so maybe it's performing a little bit better. I mean, but no, we're back down. Yeah, back down into the 50s and 60s. So I gotta say, guys, as far as performance goes, these two are nearly identical. So when it comes to buying, at this point in time, though, these cards are pretty much the same price. If you can find a 2080 Ti for $800, you know, I'd say that's you know, for price to performance, as far as you know the price tag goes, it's probably what you're gonna be paying, guys. And you know what, I'm especially with graphics cards so scarce and so hard to get right now, I'd be more than willing to do that. I paid $800 just for this 3070, so it's not, you know, it's not just you guys, man. It's no longer scalping. It's turned into, hey, we got to raise the prices because we can't give fake prices, which is, oh my god, don't even get me started. But yeah, prices on these cards were already ridiculous to begin with. There was no way they were staying at the price they were because they wouldn't stay in stock. So you guys can check now. MSRP prices on all graphics cards have skyrocketed. So there's definitely plenty of scalpers out there, guys. But I mean, be reasonable. You know, I consider anywhere from $50 to $100 more than what the person paid. Like, all right, that's fine. You know, I can accept that. But if you're trying to get $200, $300, $400 and you guys aren't even doing anything. These scalpers aren't even doing anything but churning around, purchasing an item, and selling it. But anyways, there you have it, guys. 3070 is identical performance to the 2080 Ti. Now, granted, I did only use one game. Obviously, different hardware, different setups are going to yield different results. But for the time being, I'm going to stick with my 2080 Ti. It's just I had a 3080, and I actually got the same, nearly identical numbers as the 3080 as well. But that's for my setup. It could be different for others. But so yeah, guys, there you go. Raw results, real time, real scenarios. So there you have it, guys. The RTX 2080 Ti, exact same hardware in the exact same rig, exact same scenarios, same game, everything was identical except for the cards, guys. And you can clearly see there the way prices are right now. The RTX 3070 was a better, it was a better choice than the ridiculous 2080 Ti. You're obviously not going to find a 2080 Ti for probably less than $1,000 unless you find somebody who's actually a decent person who is selling it for, you know, its price to performance that it's actually worth. Same thing with the 3070, guys. MSRP has skyrocketed on every single graphics card. You can't even go to Best Buy anymore. Shit, I remember 5700 XT used to be a $350 graphics card. That was a steal for its performance. Now it is a $500 graphics card, which, in all honesty, for its price to performance, it does perform on par with the 2070 Super, 2070, 2080. It's in that range. Really good card. It's one of my favorites. But AMD, sorry guys, I won't run an AMD card ever again due to the fact that their drivers and software suck. So, another video for you guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. I will try to get more up there, you know, information that we can all use, that we can all learn from, and possibly, you know, just improve. So, inline breaks, guys. Have fun and keep game.